This is April.
And this is Tiffany. And you are now listening to the Tea of Life podcast.
Hey, guess what? Today's episode is the first ever video and recording for our podcast. So yeah, and I am excited because it is not yet summer, and we're going to be talking about how to maximize your summer. More specifically, how to make the most of your summer.
Yeah, so today we are actually going to be talking about some things that you can actually do in your hometown to maximize your summer so that you don't have to spend a fortune and you can end up loving your summer.
So welcome to today's show. Grab your coffee, water, tea, snack, and write some things down and try some things because we're going to be doing them ourselves and keeping you posted. And we'd absolutely love to hear from you in the comments below or in the comments online. We'd love to hear from you. What are you going to do this summer?
Okay, so the first thing that we have on our list for making the most of your summer is be a tourist in your own hometown. So there are things in your own hometown that I'm sure that you have never done before. You can probably take advantage of some new things for you and your family to do. There are some great things here in the city that we live in that we have never done before. We don't go to like the downtown area of where we actually live. So we were visiting that area the other day and I thought, oh my goodness, there's like some amazing stuff down here. We have a lot of things that we can do and enjoy just here.
Some things are even free.
Right. Local parks, playgrounds. Yes, absolutely.
So free and not free. Mm-hmm.
You can check out the museums that you've always wanted to do during the school year, but you haven't actually had time to do those things.
Right.
Okay, so the next thing that we have on the list for you guys to do is
spend your money on experiences, not things.
Right, because we know
Making
that experiences last a lifetime. Things do not. Excellent. So the next thing that you can do to make the most of your summer is maximize your pool time.
Yes. Or your local area of water. We happen to have a pool in our subdivision, so we join it about this time. And I was thinking, one of my goals for the summer is to get healthy, and why not go outside and be in the pool? And I found an article about how to maximize your pool time. I'm going to add that to the show notes below. And it's like water aerobics, not just doing laps. No, I'm not talking about I'm going to be Michael Phelps, not going to channel him this summer, but these are exercises that you can do that's not like
water aerobics though. When I think water aerobics, I think like senior citizens at the local YMCA.
Yeah, but you're at your own pool and you look cool because you can wear pool shoes. I mean, not just those nerdy pool shoes.
Wait, pool shoes?
No. I'm going to put a link.
Okay, I'm even more thinking about YMCA.
No, I'm telling you. You get these little paddles and you can work with the resistance of your water. So yes, your joints are not going to be hurting. I get that. If you feel old because you don't want your joints to hurt, then that's one thing. But there's a lot of resistance, toning exercises that you can do just in the water. I'm thinking aerobics, this is a great. Toning, yes. How can I maximize my efforts?
Who couldn't use a little more toning?
Exactly. Do you want to go running and biking and hiking
We've
and
been
do
to the
weights?
beach.
Yeah. And I probably should have started this a couple months ago because it is summertime. And
I am one of those people.
Is it summertime? Just like Christmas. Oh, it's Christmas. I didn't save up. Anyhow, back to the story.
Tell me more about these pool shoes.
Okay, they look like aerobic shoes, but you wear them in water, and they're really cool. And I'll put a link in the show notes because I secretly want a pair. You don't have to spend the $110 on this pair of shoes that I want, but you can. Now, the paddles are about $8, and you just put them on your hands. They're like gloves, and so it helps with your resistance. Because I'm always grabbing a pool noodle and using it when I go up and down the lines, up and down the lanes in the pool for exercise. Okay. And the other day I was running in the and I was lifting up my knees and getting
that's why
lunges.
You need the pool shoes because you're running in the pool.
Yes, exactly. Running in the pool. Lunges. You can go to the edge of the pool and kind of lift yourself up, but don't get out. And there's your tricep, bicep exercise. I've seen milk jugs, emptied out the milk, put water in it, and then just use those as resistance weights. You don't have to buy fancy anything. You don't have to buy fancy
It's kind of like the milk jugs that you take to like the
old lady in YMCA water aerobics. No.
Well, no, when you take them to like the game, and they put rocks in the milk jugs. Maybe that only happens in the South.
Cue crickets. Okay. So that I was excited about that because I love to go to the pool with my kids, and I'm always, of course, reading the book while they're out swimming. But I wanted to what could I do to maximize my health and, get some toning? this summer.
Another
Okay.
thing that we thought that you could do.
All right, why don't you learn something new, like take a class?
Yeah.
Here's an idea. Local college.
Yeah, the local college here, actually, we found that they actually have classes,
College,
jewelry
community
making,
college,
beginning watercolor, classic film making, lots of really cool stuff that you can do.
Yeah. Even those online master classes, you see Ron Howard teaches video. I love those. And Judy Bloom teaches writing. I would totally do those.
Well, I was laughing at this because it says there's a finance class called Death and Taxes that you can actually take at your local college. So as if yoga wasn't already gentle enough, they actually have a gentle yoga class.
My yoga's not gentle. But
Maybe I need to do some of your yoga.
We have our local college, but you also have your local craft store, Michael's, Joann's. I'm sure everybody has a Michael's or a Joann's. You can take cake baking, jewelry making, just like you could at your local college. Drawing and painting. Those
Probably
are just
a lot
to name few.
cheaper
Probably
at
a
the
lot
Michael's.
cheaper. They have things that you can do with kids, for kids. They've got slime
Did you
classes.
say poor kids?
For kids.
Oh, 4 kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
For kids, you can go to Michael's and there's all kinds of craft. So it's something to do in the summer. You can take them and they can learn a new skill, new craft. So it's fun.
Also, one of my favorites at our local REI,
Which is where the shoes that I was talking to you
A
about.
local REI store has classes for kayaking, camping, hiking, backpacking, biking, and even stargazing.
That's a great idea and more.
Right. So check out your local outdoor store
Yes.
and see what they have to offer.
REI, Dick's Sporting, to name drop a few.
And
Tiffany, you have a great idea. What is it?
buy a camera and make videos of your family and start a YouTube channel.
My son asked to do that.
Yeah.
He wants to make a YouTube video about hacking bark collars. Don't ask me where that even came from.
Okay.
But I was like, sure.
I think that's a great idea.
Good.
But YouTube, you can set your account to private so other people can't see it, or you can make it public so other people can see it. But what a great way for you guys to have like an area to upload all your videos and not have to have them archived at home, where they're going to get damaged or whatever. Then you can share out videos as you want with family members and other people. Just tell them to go to YouTube, see what you did for the summer.
Oh, here's some other really helpful things that you can do in the summer and also throughout the year, but it'll help to start them in the summer is volunteering.
Volunteering at a local animal shelter. So my sons and I have talked about volunteering at our local animal shelter because I know like once a week, they typically need people to come and walk some of the dogs who haven't been adopted yet. So I think that we may actually do that this summer. We may actually go and walk some of the dogs. There's other volunteer opportunities. You can volunteer at a local hospital. Depending on the hospital, how old you are as well, sometimes you can volunteer even in the NICU area. And I know that is something that is very personal to us because when our first son was born, he was actually in the NICU for a few days. And so when we went into the NICU to visit him, there were nurses on the phone with the parents of the other NICU children who were in there begging the parents to come and hold their child. And I remember hearing a conversation with one of the nurses saying, I understand that you have other children at home. I understand that you're busy, but this is your child and he really needs you to come and hold him.
Sounds like it's an important thing to do.
Right. And so there is a need in some of the hospitals for you to just go and just hold the babies. That's it. Just hold them.
So all that's probably required is a background check. I would imagine on a lot of the volunteers.
Probably.
I mean,
I don't know, but
not on the
probably.
dog walking, but definitely in a hospital. Or there's a farm, a horse farm that's around here. You can, well, depending on your age, you can do other things. But like at age 9 or so, you can help muck the stalls. But that's a great skill to learn. But then as you get older, you learn about grooming the horse. And then, and it's great because my little girl who wants a horse, this is great.
Yeah. And we actually have a friend too who owns a local farm who is actually asking for people to come out and visit and to I know, yes.
Oh,
and
definitely.
to take care of some of the animals, learn how to make soap, learn
there.
how to slaughter pigs, learn how to milk cows and goats and get the eggs for the chickens. And yeah, so I thought that might be fun. I think that I might actually do that for a couple of days this summer with my kids.
Yes, let's do that. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Okay, so something else that we thought would be great for summer is to plan a trip. And it doesn't have to be an expensive trip. It can be
Something small.
Right, right. And we have a friend, her name is Larissa, and she actually has a website where she helps people plan their trips. So we're going to put a link to her in our show notes so that you guys can maybe visit and see what you think about her services.
Yes.
Tell her that we sent you. What else is on the list, April?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so plant a garden.
Plant a garden. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's classes for that as well. Or you can go to your local nursery and
Yeah, you can go to your local nursery and you can get information on what is good for planting in your area, what kind of soil is needed, if you can do it like maybe a container garden on your back porch, or if you can actually dig up the ground in your yard, whatever. And this could be a family event that you guys can actually come together as a family and plant this garden, and you can watch
Nurture,
it grow. And this is also a life skill that they're learning.
Yes.
How to take care of the garden, maybe even eat some of the things that you guys are planting. It can be a flower garden. It can be a vegetable garden.
yes.
So read books.
That is
I'm
my
not going to
most favorite
steal
thing.
this from April. I'm going to let her talk about this part.
I love books, and I have a goal this summer to just read, you know what? I want to say a book a day. Just kidding. I want to read a book. I want to, like a book a week would be great. So I'm going to read all my books this summer. But you can also visit your local library, and they will have a summer reading kickoff party. Most of them do. Like ours happens to be on June the 2nd. So just Google up your local library, go visit, get the summer reading kickoff party for your children so they can have something to read. But also there's book clubs that are there for adults. Sometimes they'll have a meet the author. That's kind of fun. Join a book club.
So start a new fitness routine,
Oh, yes. Go back to the pool.
right? Get healthy, focus on your health, whether it's just getting out in the morning and taking a little bit of a walk. You can start your new routine by getting up and maybe actually walking on the treadmill. But first, you probably have to take all those clothes off and clean off the treadmill before you walk on it, kind of thing.
Another routine that you could start would be cleaning.
Oh,
Ooh, I
There's
know,
a-
right?
I have actually read that there is a lot of physical benefit in cleaning because you get the exercise, the vacuuming, the dusting. You're working like every part of your body. You're constantly walking. You could probably put a Fitbit on and figure out how many miles you've walked during the day, right? But also, not only that, but it's physically cleansing. Like it
Yes.
helps you
Emotionally.
emotionally to be able
Yes.
to get rid of the clutter, to get rid of the dirt and the grime. So it's very good in more than one way
Yes.
to help
I
you.
like it. You're detoxing.
Right. And I know sometimes when I'm working out in the yard, I actually like at the end of the day or a couple of days later, I will actually be more sore from some of the things that I
yes.
did out in the yard than I did
Yes.
when we actually were working out at the gym.
That's true.
It's a lot. It's hard work.
Right. That's a good time to do all that.
But there's a lot of reward. There's a benefit of getting a nice yard
Yeah.
and a nice body at the same time.
Yeah. Body by yard. So I like that. What
Another thing
else do we have on here?
that we feel like could give you a great summer is to teach your kids a new life skill.
Yes.
Yes, take the time while they're out of school, while you're at home. Teach them a life skill. Teach them how to do their laundry. Teach them how to empty the dishwasher. Teach them how to load the dishwasher. Maybe, we talked about gardening. So that could actually be a life skill that you're teaching them.
You could also rake the leaves that haven't been raked.
Teach them how to cut the grass. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
teach them how to change the oil in the lawnmower. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
That's good.
There you go.
Here's another one that you have that's really exciting.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking, how we always have a hard time with dinner? Okay. Dinner, neither one of us like to cook. Neither one of us have a passion for cooking. We do have a passion for feeding our family just because we have a passion to live.
And not go to jail.
But what we were thinking was take this time during the summer to prep meals
Yeah.
and put them in the freezer for fall. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
You could even use some of the stuff that you from your garden.
Yes, there you go.
Maybe.
The garden that you're planning.
Right.
Or set up your meal plan schedule. Start prepping your fridge. Start, just have your quick, 3 or 4 easy go-to meals.
Right.
Have those at the ready. This is a perfect time to get that ready.
Absolutely.
So, I love that idea. Freezer meals, crock pot, Instant Pot.
Right. So another thing that I was thinking about, because this is actually personal to
one.
me, because this is something that I really want to do, is work on a renovation project.
Yes.
Maybe this is a great time for you to pull up that carpet and put down
oh,
some new
yes.
hardwood floors.
Yes.
Hint, hint, honey. Are you listening?
Hey, if you guys do that, will you
this
come
thing
over to my
on?
house because we... oh, that'd be great.
That would be fantastic. Yes.
I would totally help you because I want to learn.
So even if it's just painting a room or cleaning
Yes,
out a closet, like we
yes.
said, decluttering, I would consider that a renovation project.
Oh, yes, yes.
Absolutely. So do
inexpensive.
something, get your house into a place to where you actually feel like being there, where you love being there.
Yes.
Take some of the stress away.
Yeah, I love that.
Redecorate. You can redecorate a room.
Yeah, just move things around and
Just
was that
move stuff
design
around.
on a dime, or there's the where you can just take a few things, move them from room to room, unless you don't have very many things like I do. But I see several things that move them from house to house. Can I borrow those chairs over there? I'll give them back to you.
What are you talking
That's what you
about?
do. It's like trading spaces. Okay, good. I love this right here. Taking time for yourself. So quiet time and meditation, nightly baths, daily walks. And then last but not least,
Learn to be spontaneous. This is something that I am not very good at all.
me neither.
Being spontaneous. Learn to be spontaneous.
Yes, okay. And I think one we didn't have on here, but it could go is, again, sometimes you don't have to do anything this summer. You know what? Set a day that you're going to say, you know what? I'm just going to read this whole day. Or I'm just going to binge watch Grey's Anatomy this whole day. And it's okay.
Yep. It's
Or I'm going to eat cake this whole day.
Yes.
Because, the next day you're going to the pool. Or you're going to clean your house and you're going to burn off those calories.
It's okay.
Right.
It's okay to take a day.
So why don't you stop where you are, tell us what you're going to do. Also, go to a website, Google your local library, Google your local college campus, and just see what's available. That's step number one. Just see what's available. Write down a few things. You know what? If you're like, I can't do it. That's too spontaneous for me to do something right now. Just jot a few things down that you've always wanted to do and tackle one or two things this summer.
Yep. All right. Well, that's all we have for you for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next Monday. If you like Tea of Life podcast and you've got two friends who want to create the life that they love to live, tell them about us. Find us on your favorite social media platform like Facebook or Instagram. Also, right now before you forget, go to Apple Podcast or Google Podcast and search for Tea of Life podcast. Hit the subscribe button and never miss an episode. Thank you for listening to Tea of Life podcast. We'll see you next Monday.